everyone, my name is Fina and I'm a pharmacy student from University Brunei Darussalam. Welcome to this video about education on Senokot Sennoside B 7.5mg tablet, one of the common used medication to treat constipation, which is also termed as laxative. Before that, let's learn about constipation. Constipation is a common minor ailment and affects people of all age at any given time. Constipation has been reported at varying levels around the world, from 8.2% to 22.9%. Constipation is a condition when you're having difficulty passing up the stools or not being able to empty your bowel at least 3 times in a week. Normally, as the food passes through the large intestine will absorb water from the food, forming a stool. The stool is pushed forward along the large intestine by the help of muscle contractions. So by the time the stool reaches the rectum, most water has been absorbed, resulting in a solid stool. In constipation, when the muscle contraction in the large intestine is low, the stool will move slowly through the large intestine, resulting in too much water being absorbed from the stool, causing the stool to become small and hard. Symptoms of constipation. Symptoms of constipation include passing stool less than usual, straining to pass stool, small, dry and hard stool, feeling bloated, nausea, or abdominal pain. Causes of constipation. There are several causes of constipation. One of the common causes of constipation are not eating much fibres. Dietary fiber help to speed up the passage of stool through the bowel. Constipation can also be caused by not drinking enough fluid, especially water. If you're drinking less fluid, the stool will dry out, making it harder to move through the bowel. Other causes of constipation include being less active or not exercising, ignoring the urge to have a bowel movement, emotional stress, and it could also be caused by the side effect of some medicine, such as antacid and pain medication. Treatment for constipation. When you have constipation, I know you might be feeling discomfort, pain, and even frustrated for not being able to pass your stool easily. And of course, you want something to relieve it. Sometimes, changing your diet and lifestyle can help with constipation, but when it does not, that's where laxative comes in. There are many types of laxative that you can find in the store. Different laxative will work differently in your body. For this video, I'm going to talk about Senokot Sennoside B 7.5mg tablet. Senokot tablet is one type of laxative that can stimulate the movement of your large intestine so that it can force the stool out. This is the picture of Senokot tablet packaging, and this is how the tablet looks like, circular and greenish brown tablet. Each tablet of Senokot contains Senna equivalent to 7.5mg Sennoside B. Senna is a natural herb used to make medicine such as for constipation. Before taking Senokot tablet, do not take if you have allergy to any ingredient in Senokot tablet, have blockage and narrowing of bowel, have kidney or heart failure, severe dehydrations, are pregnant or breastfeeding, or have already taken laxative and are still constipated. How and when to take Senokot tablet? First, to know how much tablet you should take, we can have a look at the information written on the packaging. From the packaging, as you can see in the picture, the oral administration dosage for Senokot tablet is depending on the age. For adult, elderly, and children over 12 years, swallow 1 or 2 tablets at night. For children over 6 years, it is not recommended to take Senokot tablet unless advised by the doctor. For children 6 years and under, it is not recommended to take Senokot tablet. So for adult, elderly, and children aged over 12 years, take 1 or 2 tablets at night and swallow with sufficient water. Do not take more than the stated dose. Senokot tablet acts within 8 to 12 hours, so it is best for you to take it at night to produce bowel movement on the next day. How long to take Senokot tablet? You can take Senokot tablet until your bowel movement is restored. So once your stool becomes soft and easily passed, you will stop taking the Senokot tablet. Normally, it is sufficient to take Senokot tablet up to 2 to 3 times in a week. If you need to use it more than 2 weeks, you need to tell your doctor first. This is because taking too much or taking too long laxative can cause lazy bowel, where the muscle in the bowel becomes too relaxed. This means that the bowel emptying happens less frequent, which can lead to long-term constipation. When to consult your doctor. Consult your doctor when your symptoms worsen or persist during the use of the product, there's no bowel movement within 3 years of use, when you need to take laxative every day, or if the abdominal pain persists. What happens if you miss a dose? If you happen to miss a dose, take the next dose at the usual time. Make sure you do not take 2 doses at the same time to make up for the missed dose. How to store Senokot tablet. To store Senokot tablet, you should keep it out of the reach of children and store it below 25 degrees Celsius. Possible side effects. Like all medicine, this medicine can cause side effects, although not everyone gets them. If you are experiencing any of these side effects, stop taking Senokot tablet and talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Such possible side effects for Senokot tablet include abdominal pain, diarrhea, low potassium levels, and when you take Senokot, your urine may turn red-brown color, but this is harmless and will return to normal when the treatment has finished. Other possible side effects include allergic reactions and severe weight loss. If you get any side effect other than the one that I've just mentioned, you also need to talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Potential drug interaction. Senokot tablet has a potential interactions with other drugs. Avoid using Senokot tablet together with, first, digoxin or lanoxin. This is because Senokot can decrease the potassium level in the body, and low potassium level can increase the risk of side effect of digoxin. Second is warfarin or coumadin. In some people, Senokot can cause diarrhea. Diarrhea can increase the effect of warfarin and increase the risk of bleeding. So if you take warfarin, do not take excessive amounts of Senokot. Third is water pill, or also known as steroid drugs. As mentioned previously, Senokot can decrease the potassium level in the body. Water pills can also decrease the potassium level. So taking Senokot along with water pills might decrease the potassium in the body too much. Low potassium level can lead to muscle weakness or cramps. Some water pills that can decrease potassium level include chlorothiazide, chlorthalidone, pyrazinamide, and hydrochlorothiazide. If you need further advice about Senokot tablet, you may talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Diet and lifestyle modification. In addition to taking Senokot tablet, a change in diet and lifestyle could also help in preventing and relieving your constipation. What you can do is first, increase dietary fiber in your diet. Dietary fiber refers to carbohydrate that our body cannot digest. The fiber helps to increase the weight and size of the stools and soften it, making the bowel stool easier to pass through the bowel. Such fiber include vegetable, fruit, and whole grain. Second, drink more water. You should drink water at least 2.5 liters per day, which is equivalent to 6 to 8 cups. Increasing water intake can help soften the stools and stimulate the bowel movement. Third, regular exercise. Exercises such as walking can help preventing constipation by decreasing the time taken for the stool to move through the bowel, thus preventing too much water being absorbed from the stool. Fourth, do not ignore the call to stool. Go to the bathroom when you feel the urge to empty your bowel. Now I'm going to ask you 3 questions about Senokot tablet to ensure that I've gotten all information across people watching this video. First, what is the use of Senokot tablet? Second, how and when to take Senokot tablet? Third, when should you consult with the doctor? The answer for the first question is, Senokot tablet is one type of laxative that is used to treat constipation. It works by stimulating the movement of your large intestine so that it can force the stool out. For the second question, the normal dose of Senokot tablet for constipation is depending on the age. For adult, elderly, and children over 12 years, swallow 1 or 2 tablets at night. For children over 6 years, it is not recommended to take Senokot tablet unless advised by the doctor. For children 6 years and under, it is not recommended to take Senokot tablet. Remember, you shouldn't take more than the stated dose. Senokot usually acts within 8 to 12 hours, so it is best for you to take it at night to produce bowel movement on the next day. You can repeat the dose until your bowel movement is restored. But if there's no bowel movement within 3 days of use, you need to tell your doctor. For the last question, you need to consult with the doctor when your symptoms worsen or persist during the use of the product, there's no bowel movement within 3 days of use, when you need to take laxative every day, or if the abdominal pain persists. That's all from me. I hope this video provides sufficient information on constipation and Senokot tablet. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.